Okay, this is sausage, tomatoes, and rice. I got the recipe from Gardening with Goo and his mom. And I tell you, this is the simplest, easiest recipe. It was done. Well, some of it was cut and cut up, cooked and cut up ahead of time, but it was done in 45 minutes, and most of that time was sitting down waiting for the stew to simmer. So let me taste it for you. It's not good. Let me get a tomato in there. Not good.
Hey YouTube.
I started cooking the Italian sausage. I'm tripping. I had a little wine. Where's my wine at? Say hey YouTube.
Hey YouTube.
Let me show you what I got. Okay, the first time I had this, my son cooked it. And it was good. He used andouille sausage that was already cooked. I have this Italian sausage that's raw, so I'm going to cook it first and then cut it up and put it into the rice. This Buster, I had one cooked Italian sausage here, and he done came in the kitchen and snuck it. So I'm only doing 4 Italian sausage.
The 4, 5, 9, and 10. $10 on the Horn High Easters. And we're looking for some outside numbers. 10 hard. 10, 5 and a 5. That is going to pay.
Use a Buster! Don't be kissing me. So I'm gonna put the rice on while the sausage is cooking. I'm gonna cook double rice because I want some, fried rice tomorrow. So I'm gonna cook 2 pots of rice. Okay, starting my rice with, that's a lot, about that much butter. Gas stove. This is my favorite rice pot. Okay, I got the water on. I'm gonna put the rice in here. It's draining over here. Rinsed it out. And I'm gonna toast the rice. Toasting the rice. Just turn it down a little bit. Need some salt. My son always has this on the biggest hole, so then when I go to pour the salt, it comes out really fast, and I can't seem to turn it with, oh, here we go. Put a little salt in there. And stir it up. You want your rice to smell like popcorn. Nice and toasty. I got this recipe. Well, I think I'll tell you guys that in the beginning. But I got my rice recipe from, oh Lord, I forgot his name. The guy that does Good Eats. But I'm gonna put some rice in the rice cooker too. When I cook this rice, it gets eaten up. Sounds like my water is about to boil. It's okay. I know know this is different, huh? Ooh, that sounds like it's about to boil. I'm not smelling this rice yet. It was kind of wet from being rinsed. Okay, here's the fun part. Be careful, because, as a matter of fact, let me lower my hand on here. It gets really hot. Tight seal and turn it down. Set the timer for 20 minutes. Should do it like this. Okay. Sausage are cooking. Let's turn them. And I'm gonna put another thing of rice on in the rice cooker. Okay, the rice is ready. I'm gonna flip it. Fork. This is a little sticky, like it could cook a little more, so I'm gonna fluff it with the fork and cover it back up. It's no water, but it just feels gummy like. Taste it. It's done. It's just slightly gummy, so excuse me. I'm going to cover it up and let it dry out some. It's not ready yet anyway. Okay, see that oil in there? That's from the sausage. I say good. So normally you put the onions in first, but I have cooked onions and mushrooms. So, and mushrooms not part of it, but they're already cooked with the onions, so I'm gonna put them in. This is the inside of the tomato. And man, I ran out of garlic pepper, so I know I gotta taste test this. I'm gonna use some Lawry's. Try it with Lawry's. Cut that with one hand. Okay. Well, actually, it's not Lawry's. Chestnut Hill. Let's check it out. Ooh, that's a lot. Let's dust that off. Okay. Oh, that's good. This is the beef steak. The skin's a little tough, but it's good. It's good. Okay, so I have the tomatoes, bell pepper, red bell pepper, tomatoes, mushrooms, onions, and sausage in there. I have an all-purpose seasoning. It's not the same she used. This is Sazon. Everything mixed. So I'm going to use that. And I think this is the only seasoning she used. My mushrooms and onions are seasoned pretty heavily, so I'm not going to go too heavy with it. And because these are sweet Italian sausage, I don't like spicy, but I do like a little red chili flake. And because it's not andouille, and I like that Louisiana flavor, going in with the Tony Rays. I really like the Slap Your Mama brand, but I'm going to use up all this other stuff before I get some more. And that's all I'm going to do for seasoning. This is half a can of V8 juice that we used in the last time we made this, so I'm going to pour that in there. This is the secret, y'all. Okay, this is Jewel's Touch. I poured a little bit of Kirkland Pinot Grigio in there and got the rest of that V8 out of there, except for on the rim there. And that's Jewell's touch. Okay, so I'm gonna mix it all up, get those seasonings throughout. I have the beefsteak, San Marzano, and these little cherry tomatoes I popped in whole. Okay. And I'm going to cover it up and simmer. Okay, see you later. Okay, it's done. Let's taste it for seasoning.
Yeah, but the cards got it.
He went back to the man.
That lady was saying.
It's perfect. Yes.
Blackjack table.
I don't know. I went down the blackjack.
Okay, this is sausage, tomatoes, and rice. I got the recipe from Gardening with Goo and his mom. And I tell you, this is the simplest, easiest recipe. It was done. Well, some of it was cooked and cut up ahead of time, but it was done in 45 minutes, and most of that time was sitting down waiting for the stew to simmer. So let me taste it for you. It's not good. Let me get a tomato in there. The tomato's cooked down. Here's a piece of tomato. Good. Okay, here goes nothing. Hot. That's really good. Simple, few ingredients, delicious, fresh.
If it hits, it's going to pay $21. Now, when you say press, that basically means to double your bet or use the winnings to double your bet. Well, in this case, we're going to power press. Power press means to actually add more to your bankroll.
This is a good
case,
baby.
On your first hit, you're going to add $3 more. Let's say.
Thank you, Gardening with Goo and Goo's mama.
You know, I want to $2. You're going to get $2 in change.
Plant peace.
Or you can just throw in 3 white chips. Whatever.
Grow with
you
love.
if you have the change. Basically,
Eat light.
First hit, you're going to power press $3.
Keep it pushing.